This is the story if Caulifla and Goku were sent to Earth. In this story, Caulifla is a Saiyan from the Universe 7, which is sent to Earth at the same time as Goku. This story begins hours before the planet Vegeta being destroyed. Bardock speaks to his friend, who found it very strange Frieza gather all the Saiyans on the planet Vegeta. He thinks that this could be a big trap. Lick, when he gets home, finds his little daughter, who was called Caulifla. She was not considered a low-class Saiyan. This because she had a reasonable fighting power. He did not stop to think about what Bardock had remarked. When commenting this with his wife, they come to the conclusion that they would send Caulifla to a distant planet. Lick tells Caulifla that he will send her to a planet called Earth, and that she should not worry because soon he will go to get her. Hours later, at a point on the planet, Bardock and Jine also send Goku to Earth. Few Saiyans survive. Goku and Caulifla, who were sent to Earth, and the team of Prince Vegeta, who had as main members Nappa, Raditz, and Kale. She in this story is the daughter of Colonel Paragus. Her father disappeared along with his brother a few years earlier. Caulifla's ship falls near Master Roshi's house. Soon after, he sees a girl coming in his direction. He says he was impressed to see that she knows how to fly. He still asks if she was hurt and if she needed help. Master Roshi introduces himself and asks what her name was. "I call myself Caulifla, old man. This is the name of the warrior who will kill you." Caulifla tries to eliminate Master Roshi. The old master is surprised by the strength that the little girl had, but she didn't know how to fight. The master gives a strong blow to Caulifla's head, making the Saiyan faint. She stays a few days at the care of the master. When she wakes up, she doesn't remember anything, but her personality wouldn't change. She would continue to be a very confident Saiyan. She moves to live at Master Roshi's house. Meanwhile, Goku was under the care of Son Gohan, who had found him in the forest. The days go by and both Saiyans are trained by their tutors. Caulifla has a great respect for Master Roshi. She called him Grandpa Kame, and the old man raised her as if she were his daughter. Goku meets Bulma, and convinced by her, he joins Bulma in the search for the Dragon Balls. They meet Master Roshi. He gives the Dragon Ball to Bulma and the Flying Cloud to Goku. After a while, they need Master Roshi's help to put out the fire in the mountain of King Ox King and get the Dragon Ball. Chi-Chi and Goku go to Master Roshi's house. When they arrive, Chi-Chi wanted to know if Master Roshi was really skilled, and without thinking about the consequences, she attacks Master Roshi. Caulifla, seeing Master Roshi injured, she gets furious, and soon after, the Saiyan advances towards the son of King Ox King with the intention of killing her. However, Goku protects her, and with great difficulty, he manages to fight against Caulifla. "Stop, Caulifla!" She immediately stops fighting. "You hurt my grandfather, and I will never forget that." "Oh, forgive me, I'm a complete idiot." Soon after this incident, they go to the Mountain of Fire, and Master Roshi put out the fire with a Kamehameha. Caulifla remarked to Goku, "I noticed that you have a tail. I had too." She did not know that it was Master Roshi who had cut her tail. On that same day, Goku learns to do the Kamehameha and is still invited by Master Roshi to be his disciple, and Chi-Chi also says, "Listen, Goku, when you grow up a little more, will you come back to ask for my hand?" Caulifla and Master Roshi return home, and Goku continues his journey with Bulma and the others. Goku only returns to meet Caulifla days later when he goes to train with Master Roshi. He meets Krillin, who also became a disciple of Master Roshi. They train together for several days. Caulifla becomes a great friend of Goku, and the two have a great rivalry. One wanted to be stronger than the other. Even so, they get along very well. They continue training until the day of the tournament of martial arts. In the first fight of the tournament, Krillin would face Caulifla, and the fight would be exciting, but the victory would be of the Saiyan. Following the main fights, as Krillin was defeated, who would be Caulifla's opponent? It would be Jackie Chun, who is Master Roshi disguised. He would have difficulties in the fight, due to the strength of Caulifla. Master Roshi would be very hurt during the fight. "I did not imagine that this fight would be so difficult. You surprised me, Caulifla, but you will not defeat me." Where did he go? He knew the strong and weak points of Caulifla. In a moment of carelessness, he manages to defeat the Saiyan. And in thoughts he remarked, "You were very good and almost defeated me." Caulifla's tail returns to normal. Caulifla would be very happy, but Master Roshi did not find anything good. "I have to cut Caulifla's tail before she turns into that monster." Following the fights of the tournament, Jackie Chun would face Goku. Everything would be going very well, but Goku sees the full moon. Caulifla also turns into Osaru, and the two begin to destroy everything. Master Roshi had no way to cut Caulifla and Goku's tails. The only way for them to return to normal was to destroy the moon. Master Roshi with Kamehameha destroys the moon, so they return to normal. It's true, there is no more moon. The tournament continues, and with a lot of difficulty, Master Roshi manages to beat Goku. After the tournament, Goku will go after the 4-star sphere. He would become an enemy of the Red Ribbon Force, and several things happen along this adventure. Goku and Caulifla meet again when Bulma and Goku need Master Roshi's submarine to catch the sphere that is at the bottom of the sea. Caulifla goes with Master Roshi, and Bulma thinks it is very good because she is very powerful. General Blue tries to steal the Dragon Sphere. Goku and Caulifla, what are you waiting for? Finish him now. He is killed by Caulifla, who breaks his neck. Soon after, Goku and Caulifla go to the Karin Tower, and there they make friends with the Indians Upa and Bora. She challenges Goku, saying that she is stronger and that she will reach the top first and take the water of the gods. Goku says she can fly and that was not fair. Saiyan says she will go up using only her strength, and soon after, they quickly start climbing the tower. When they are trying to get the sacred water of Master Roshi Karin, Tao Pai Pai arrives and tries to eliminate Goku and Caulifla, but he cannot defeat any, and he ends up being killed by Goku. They discover that their friend's father was eliminated by Tao Pai Pai. Goku says he will resurrect the father of Upa with the Dragon Spheres. The Saiyans go to the headquarters of the Red Ribbon Force, get the spheres they have. Goku and Caulifla, together, defeat all the Red Ribbon Force. The last sphere did not appear on the radar. She will say where the missing sphere was, and soon after, they go to Grandma Urani, ask where the last Dragon Sphere was. Grandma Urani, who is the sister of Master Roshi and liked Caulifla, she revealed where the Dragon Sphere was. Before they go, she said she had a person who wanted to see Goku. It was his grandfather, Son Gohan. The Saiyan gets very excited when he sees his grandfather. After the reunion, they go in search of the last sphere. She was with Pilaf. With the help of Caulifla, Goku recovers the Dragon Sphere so they can revive your friend's father. Goku says he will train with Master Roshi to fight in the next tournament, but Master Roshi says he has to train alone. Caulifla says he will train a lot with Goku in the next martial arts tournament. Goku says goodbye to Caulifla and goes away.
If Caulifla and Goku were sent to Earth. In this second part, the Piccolo Daimao saga begins. The link of the first part is in the description of the video. After Goku leaves to know the world as a form of training, Caulifla wanted to get stronger. She tells Master Roshi that she wanted a very rigid training. Krillin and Yamcha, who were at Master Roshi's house, also wanted this training. They spent 3 years training a lot to face Goku at the martial arts tournament. Caulifla, who is a Saiyan, always managed to outdo her friends in the activities. This worried Krillin and Yamcha. Goku trained a lot for 3 years. He knew that Caulifla was very strong and that she would get even stronger. In addition to Krillin and Yamcha, who were training with her. Finally, the day of the tournament arrived. In this tournament, Master Roshi would not participate. Goku met his friends again. He says he got very strong. Caulifla says it didn't matter how much he had trained, she will win the tournament. Master Shen, who is a rival of Master Roshi, found out that Caulifla is Kami's pupil. He tells Tien Shin Han to humiliate all the disciples of his rival, especially Caulifla, who was like a daughter to Master Roshi. Chiyoatsu uses his powers and makes Caulifla get the number 1 and Tien Shin Han the number 2. Thus, the tournament begins. Tien Shin Han would face Caulifla. He tries to humiliate Caulifla during the fight, but he can't. Saiyan has a well-balanced fight with Tien Shin Han. He uses several techniques in an attempt to defeat Caulifla. Even so, he can't beat Saiyan. He gets angry and tries to defeat Caulifla with his special technique. When he thought he had won the fight, she says it was a very fun fight. Saiyan even praises Tien Shin Han's technique. Tien Shin Han would be ashamed because he lost to Caulifla. Master Shen would angrily humiliate Tien Shin Han, saying he is a cursed impregnable. Master Roshi comes and says that Tsuru has always been a bad person and a terrible master, and that it was wrong the way he treated Tien Shin Han. He says that Tien Shin Han has to stop following the path of evil and be a good person. For this reason, Tien Shin Han becomes a friend and disciple of Kami. The fights continue the next day, after they rebuild the platform. The tournament continues, and Krillin and Goku fight. Whoever wins this fight would face Caulifla in the final. Goku and Krillin would have a good fight, and everyone was impressed. Krillin gives everything to win the fight. However, Saiyan was superior. Caulifla is very anxious. Whoever would win would be her opponent. She wanted Goku to win. She knew that the fight against Goku would be more exciting. Goku defeats Krillin. The final would be between Goku and Caulifla. Very well, ladies and gentlemen. The last fight of the 22nd Martial Arts Tournament will begin. Are you ready? And start! Goku would use all his power to defeat Caulifla. The fight was very intense, and the Saiyans are extremely hurt. Master Roshi is very happy to see that Goku and Caulifla are great fighters. Caulifla throws a Kamehameha with all his power. Goku also throws a Kamehameha. The platform is all destroyed. Goku was very hurt, and his energies had run out. I have no more strength to fight. I think I'm going to lose this fight. Suddenly, Caulifla falls. She had no more strength to continue fighting. Thus, Goku is the winner of the martial arts tournament. After the final, they will celebrate the victory in a restaurant. Goku says he left the 4-star sphere and his magic staff at the tournament's headquarters. You can leave it, I'll take it. However, Krillin offers to go in his place. He says she can stay and rest. After a long waiting, Goku has a bad feeling. He goes to the tournament's headquarters. When he arrives, he finds his friend fallen. Goku finds out that his friend has been eliminated. Caulifla and Goku's other friends arrive at the place. A horrible monster arrived, took a strange sphere and the list of all the tournament's fighters and ran away. Krillin tried to stop this monster, but he couldn't. He was too strong. When Goku says that Krillin was dead, Caulifla is very sad. That is because Krillin was a great friend of hers. Goku would scream, swearing revenge, and Caulifla says she also wanted to avenge Krillin's death. The monster that killed Krillin is very strong. Goku takes the Dragon's Raider and runs away, and Caulifla goes right after. Master Kami tells Goku and Caulifla to wait. However, she ignores Master Kami. This was the first time she disobeyed him. With the Dragon's Raider, they find a tambourine. Goku says they're going to avenge his friend Krillin with the Dragon Sphere. He mocks Goku and Caulifla, saying that the two brats won't be able to beat a member of the evil family. He says that this sphere now belongs to the great Piccolo Daimao. Goku says that this Piccolo will have what he deserves because he was the one who told him to steal the sphere. Caulifla, when she hears this, is very surprised. That is because she knew that this Piccolo Daimao was very strong. Master Kami had already told everything about him. Caulifla tells Goku that they can't let Piccolo keep the dragon sphere. The Saiyans face the tambourine and the two begin to strike several blows at it. These brats are giving me a lot of work. Caulifla quickly manages to catch Goku before he falls. Tambourine takes the chance and fires a strong blow at them. Goku and Caulifla were still tired of the final fight of the tournament. They have a lot of trouble beating Tambourine. Goku says that if he wasn't tired, he would have already defeated him. Caulifla says she's going to fight until she can't take it anymore. They use all their powers to defeat Tambourine. When they manage to defeat Tambourine, Caulifla, who was very weak, faints. Goku also faints. They used all their powers in this fight. Meanwhile, Piccolo Daimao feels that Tambourine has been eliminated. He says he will eliminate the person who defeated Tambourine. Meanwhile, Master Kami says that they have to gather the Dragon Balls. Our request is that Piccolo Daimao disappear. Goku and Caulifla only wake up the next day. Saiyan sees in the tracker that there was a sphere near them. They go after it, and when they get to the place, they find a fish. The Saiyans eat the fish. Minutes later, Yajirobe appears and calls Goku and Caulifla thieves. That is because that fish was his. Caulifla sees the sphere. She says she needed the Dragon Balls. Goku says they have to revive his friend with the Dragon Balls. Caulifla says that Piccolo Daimao's servants were after the Dragon Balls, and that it was very dangerous for him to stay with her. Yajirobe says he knew Piccolo's story. He says that Caulifla was lying. That is because Piccolo has been defeated for a long time. When suddenly Goku sees a plane. It was Piccolo Daimao who had arrived. He looks at Goku and Caulifla and says, "These creatures must be eliminated."
The fearsome King Piccolo finds Goku and Caulifla. So it was they who defeated the tambourine. At this moment, without questioning, Yajirobe hands the sphere to Goku. Piccolo says he's going to eliminate them and keep the dragon spheres. Saiyan says he'll never give up the spheres. My grandfather has already told me everything about you. Piccolo asks who his grandfather was. Caulifla replies that it was Master Roshi, one of the disciples of the great Master Mutaito. Goku says he was the one responsible for the death of Krillin and that he will have what he deserves. Get ready, I'm going to finish you off. Piccolo says that Goku and Caulifla are two daring guys. Piccolo advances and attacks Caulifla first. He says she will be the first to be eliminated. That's because she was Master Roshi's granddaughter. He was afraid of Caulifla knowing how to use a foobar. Goku is surprised by King Piccolo's speed. They face King Piccolo with all their might. Goku manages to hit Piccolo, and Caulifla can do it too. This Goku, thanks to his desire to overcome Caulifla, trained and became very powerful. However, this Piccolo is stronger than the Piccolo from the original story. The villain says he didn't use all his power. Soon after, he starts to give a smile to Goku and Caulifla. Goku starts to get worried. He was getting very hurt and without energy to fight. Caulifla was also in the same situation. Goku tells Caulifla to run away with the dragon's spheres. Meanwhile, he will be fighting against King Piccolo. Upon hearing this, Piccolo advances and gives several blows to Caulifla. He says he won't allow it. Goku tries to protect his friend, but he is thrown away. Piccolo concentrates a large amount of energy. Piccolo says she deserved it for being the granddaughter of a disciple of Master Mutaito. Goku goes to Caulifla. He gets furious when he sees his friend dead. He tries to avenge his friend, but he is beaten by King Piccolo. And Yajirobe, who was watching the fight in secret, he says that Goku also had no chance against Piccolo. Goku is defeated and is on the brink of death. Soon after, King Piccolo takes the two spheres that were with Goku and Caulifla. The monster leaves very happy to have gotten two spheres. Even seriously injured, Goku survives. And Yajirobe is very happy to see that Goku had not died. Saiyan is very sad. First it was Krillin, and now Caulifla. And Yajirobe says he felt a lot, and that the only thing they can do is bury Caulifla. Goku tries to help Yajirobe, but he can't. Saiyan had no strength to bury his friend. Goku and Yajirobe go to Korin. Upon arrival in, Goku finds out that Master Kame was killed by Piccolo, and that the villain still managed to fulfill his wish. The only way to avenge his friends was drinking the water of the gods. This water of the gods has a surprising magic, a hidden power. Saiyan manages to drink the water and gets stronger. Listen here, you killed the people I like the most in life, and I'll never forgive that. Saiyan says he will defeat him and resurrect all his friends. You still don't know who destroyed Shenron? For me, it was very easy to end that unfortunate dragon. If that's true, I won't be able to resurrect my friends. Goku has a very difficult fight. However, the desire to defeat Piccolo was immense, and with a lot of difficulty, he manages to win the fight. After the fight, Goku and Yajirobe go to Korin again. The hermit says he had to find Kami-sama. Only he could help resurrect his friends. Saiyan goes to the celestial platform. At Goku's request, Shenron was revived. Through Shenron, they find out that Goku was on the celestial platform training to fight in the next tournament. They ask to resurrect all the people who were killed by Piccolo. Master Kame, Krillin, Yochus, and Caulifla come back to life. When she comes back to life, she immediately goes back to her house. She wanted to know what had happened to Goku. She was very anxious. When she gets home, she finds all her friends together. She is very happy to see Krillin alive. She asks, who resurrected him? Krillin replies saying it was thanks to Goku. He also says that Master Kame and Yochus were resurrected and that Goku defeated King Piccolo and was now on the celestial platform, training with Kami-sama. Caulifla says she had to thank him for resurrecting her, Krillin, and especially Master Kame. Very nervous, she asks Master Kame where the celestial platform was. Master Kame replies saying he didn't know much, only Korin knew how to get there. Caulifla says she's going to find Goku. She says goodbye to Master Kame and his friends. Saiyan goes to the Korin Tower. She asks how she could find Goku. Korin says where the celestial platform was. She gets very excited. Saiyan, seeing Caulifla, is also very excited. Mr. Popo says she was disturbing Goku's training and that it would be better for her to go back home. Caulifla refuses. She says she's going to train too. At that moment, Kami-sama appears and says she can stay and train with Goku. Saiyan is in a body language of a Super Saiyan. She thought Kami-sama were King Piccolo. However, Goku says he was not Piccolo. Caulifla says she was very happy to be able to train with him. Goku says they have to train a lot. That's because Piccolo's son is going to participate in the tournament. Kami-sama say they will be in charge of protecting the Earth. Goku was very happy to be able to train with his friend. Caulifla, very happy, looks at Goku and says, "The Saiyans begin to have a rigorous training with Mr. Popo." Despite the lessons being very difficult, Goku and Caulifla are able to learn everything that Mr. Popo teaches. The training each day gets more intense, and Goku and Caulifla start wearing heavy clothes and shoes. They start with 60 kilos, 40 more than the turtle shells they carried in Master Kame's training. It's very difficult to walk with all that weight. You're right, Caulifla. Mr. Popo says that as time goes by, he will increase the weight of the clothes. Time goes by and Goku and Caulifla are already very strong. Mr. Popo says they're ready to enter the time room. Caulifla asks, "What was this time room?" Mr. Popo says it is a very difficult place to train and that a day in this room was equivalent to a year.
Time goes by, and Goku and Caulifla are already very strong. Mr. Popo says that they are prepared to enter the time room. Caulifla asked what this time room was. Mr. Popo says that it is a very difficult place to train and that a day in this room was equivalent to a year. Goku and Caulifla are very excited to meet the time room. What room is this? How long will it last? There is food and a bathroom in there. Wow, what a strange place. Let's spend a year here. In the time room, the gravity is 10 times increased. The temperature varies between 40 degrees below zero and can rise to 50 degrees. They enter the room without their heavy clothes. Even so, Goku and Caulifla have many difficulties in the first days. Caulifla says she couldn't stand staying in the room anymore. "Are you going to give up like that? So fast? I can't stand being in this place anymore. Have you forgotten? You said we were going to get stronger together. Friend, let's get stronger together." Goku says he didn't like being in this place, and that if he were alone, he would have left the room a long time ago. However, he was very happy to have a friend by his side. Saiyan says it was necessary for them to get stronger to face Piccolo. Hearing this, she says he was right. She apologizes to Goku for having taken a cowardly attitude. Saiyan, in his cheerful way, says that everything was fine. With doubts, he asked if she would stay training with him in the room. Saiyan responds by saying yes. Thanks to Goku, she was very motivated. Caulifla, who knew how to fly, teaches his technique to Goku. Flying technique. By completing the training in the room, they have a great increase in power. Mr. Popo is happy to see that Goku and Caulifla managed to spend a day in the time room. You stayed a long time. Mr. Popo has never seen anyone stay there for so long. They kept training, and Goku and Caulifla were getting more and more powerful. Caulifla admired Goku very much for all the things he did for her and his friends. In risking his life fighting Piccolo and coming to Kami-sama with the intention of resurrecting his friends. She was very grateful for all this. Without realizing it, over time, that feeling of friendship that Saiyan felt for Goku and Caulifla ends up falling in love. However, she had no malicious thoughts. Caulifla was an innocent and pure-hearted Saiyan, just like Goku. As she was inexperienced in these matters, she keeps that feeling inside her. And so time goes by, and when the day of the tournament arrives, before they leave, Mr. Popo says that they were great students. Goku and Caulifla missed their friends. Upon arriving at the tournament, Bulma is surprised to see Goku and Caulifla. Caulifla gives a big hug to her grandfather and says that she missed him. Master Roshi says that she had grown a lot and that he is sure that she became more powerful. Caulifla says that training on the celestial platform was very difficult. Moments later, Goku's other friends appear. Krillin is very happy to see Goku and Caulifla. Excited, he hugs his friends. Krillin tells Caulifla that she has grown up and has become a very beautiful girl. When they are going to the hotel, Bulma says to Caulifla, "Oh, but Goku is really handsome." Bulma asked if Caulifla was dating Goku. Caulifla says no. She says she didn't know anything about dating. Saiyan says she only knew that when a man and a woman become adults, they get married and form a family, and live the rest of their lives together. Caulifla was very innocent about these issues. Bulma says she will have a woman-to-woman conversation when they arrive at the hotel. The next day, encouraged by Bulma, Caulifla decides to talk to Goku. Before the tournament qualifiers, she calls Goku to talk to her. "What do you want to talk to me about?" She starts by thanking him for everything he did for her, and she still says that she really enjoyed training with him. Goku, very smiling, says that she was a good training partner and that he liked to be with her. She is very happy to hear that. Caulifla says she wanted to be with him for the rest of her life. Goku did not understand what Caulifla was trying to say. She says there was something called a marriage. Goku asked what a marriage was. Caulifla says when a man and a woman like to be together, they get married and form a family and live the rest of their lives together. Caulifla, "Do you want to marry me? I want to marry you." Goku says he understood what a marriage was, and that's why he wanted to marry her. He says they could train a lot every day. Caulifla was very happy. She never imagined she would marry him. Let's start the preliminary phase, where the 8 finalists who will compete in the martial arts tournament will come out. In the place where the preliminary fights would take place, Goku and Caulifla meet Piccolo. Soon, a tense atmosphere settles in the environment. After they meet their enemy, the Saiyans meet the old acquaintance. The Saiyan does not recognize her. This makes Chi-Chi very angry. Seeing Caulifla close to Goku, Chi-Chi asked who she is. The Saiyan answers by saying she is Caulifla, his future wife. Goku asked why she was asking these weird questions. She says she is Chi-Chi, son of Ox King. Chi-Chi says he had promised to marry her when they were children. Hearing this, the Saiyan remembers that Chi-Chi was the girl who hurt her grandfather. She never forgot and never forgave the evil that Chi-Chi did to Master Roshi. Goku says he couldn't marry her. Chi-Chi is very angry with Goku. She says she will never forgive him. After saying that, very serious, she looks at Caulifla. The son of Ox King was feeling very humiliated. All she wanted was revenge. On the other hand, Caulifla also wanted to settle scores with Chi-Chi for the evil she did to Master Roshi. The tournament fights would be as follows: Goku versus Tien Shinhan, Caulifla versus Chi-Chi, Piccolo versus Krillin, Yajirobe versus Yama.
We finally got to the last episode of the Piccolo saga. If you are interested in knowing how this story began and how Caulifla met Goku, in the description there is a link with all the episodes of the saga. Goku says he couldn't marry her. Chi-Chi would be very angry with Goku. She says she will never forgive him. After saying this very seriously, she looks at Caulifla, the daughter of the recluse, was feeling very humiliated. The only thing she wanted was revenge. On the other hand, Caulifla also wanted to settle scores with Chi-Chi for the evil she did to Master Roshi. The tournament fights would be as follows: Goku versus Tien Shinhan, Caulifla versus Chi-Chi, Piccolo versus Krillin, and Yajirobe versus Yamcha. In the first fight, Goku would face Tien Shinhan, and the fight would be very intense. Tien Shinhan would be very confident. That's because he trained a lot to face Goku in the tournament. However, Goku shows that he was on another level, and Saiyan defeats Tien Shinhan. Chi-Chi tells Saiyan that she will never forgive her for having stayed with Goku. The spoiled daughter of the recluse was very confident. She thought she could win the fight. Caulifla felt that her opponent was a low-level fighter. Saiyan says she will use less than 1% of her power. If Caulifla used more than 1% of her power, she could send Chi-Chi to the other world. The fight begins, and Chi-Chi uses all his strength. Caulifla easily dodges the blows of her opponent. Saiyan never forgot that the son of the recluse hurt his grandfather. Caulifla says she didn't want to waste any more time with such a weak fighter. She controls her strength to not kill Chi-Chi. Even controlling her power, Caulifla would still leave the daughter of the recluse at the brink of death. Caulifla gives a blow that throws her opponent out of the platform. This last attack applies a little more force. Chi-Chi would be unconscious. Soon after, she would be taken to the hospital in a serious condition. Saiyan says that Chi-Chi's luck was that in the tournament it was not allowed to kill her opponent. Caulifla's desire was to leave Chi-Chi in pieces. The tournament continues, and Goku would face Caulifla, and their fight would be very exciting. People who watched were surprised by the fight. Piccolo, very confident, thought that Goku was not so powerful. "Goku, you with this level of power will never beat me." Very smiling, Goku says it was a good warm-up, and Caulifla says she will fight for it. They took off their training clothes and shoes, which were heavy. The weight of their clothes and shoes was approximately 150 kilograms. We only heard the sound. The speed is so much that we only heard the sound of the drums. Whoever won this fight would face Piccolo. Seeing that Goku and Caulifla were powerful, he would think, I have to be careful with Goku and Caulifla. The fight would be well balanced. However, Goku manages to beat Caulifla. Goku says it was a lot of fun. She says it was a shame they couldn't use 100% of their powers. With a big smile, Goku says that everything would be destroyed if they used 100%. Caulifla says in the fight against Piccolo, he has to use all his power. After all, it would be Goku versus Piccolo. Kamisama would just be watching the fight. If something went wrong, he would arrest Piccolo with a blow. The fight would be very exciting, and they get very hurt. As Piccolo Daimao in this story is more powerful, this Piccolo who is facing Goku is a little stronger. However, Goku had trained a lot with Caulifla, and his power surpassed Piccolo's. Piccolo Daimao is very nervous to see that Goku was stronger. As Goku is more powerful than Piccolo, he manages to throw Piccolo Daimao off the platform. The narrator says that Goku was the winner of the tournament, and that Goku could get the prize. Sajin says that the fight was not over yet. The fight would continue outside the arena, so the tournament's headquarters would not be destroyed. Caulifla enters the arena in the middle of the fight. She wanted to help Goku. However, Goku says he wanted to finish the fight alone. She gets very angry, but in the end, she lets Goku fight. Caulifla, Kamisama, and some friends of Goku would watch the fight. Saiyan beats Piccolo. He lets Piccolo live. That's because if he killed Piccolo, Kamisama would go along. Goku is the winner of the tournament and the savior of the Earth. 2 days later, Goku and Caulifla get married. Bulma has a big party. She would also give a house and a large amount of money to Goku as a wedding gift, not to mention that Goku received the prize of martial arts. That would be enough for Goku and Caulifla to live in peace for a long time. They stay living in the mountains, place where Goku lived with his grandfather. This place was great for the Saiyans to train. When Caulifla lived at Kami's house, she learned to cook. For this reason, Goku enjoyed several tasty dishes. A few months later, Caulifla gets pregnant. She never abandoned her grandfather. She frequently visited Master Roshi. He and Krillin were very happy to learn that Caulifla was pregnant. Krillin congratulates her friend. Master Roshi asks what the child's name would be. The Saiyan says she was thinking of some names if it were a girl, but she says that if it were a boy, Goku had already chosen. His name would be Gohan. A few months later, a strong and healthy boy is born. As Goku and Caulifla are purebred Saiyans, Gohan would be born with a tail. The Saiyans were very happy. Goku says he will train Gohan when he grows up. The Saiyan agrees with her husband. She says Gohan has to be a great martial arts fighter. Meanwhile, Piccolo would continue training to one day face Goku. The Piccolo Daimao even develops a special technique. A few days later, Goku and Caulifla take their son to Master Roshi's house for Master and his friend Krillin to meet him. A few years ago, Master Roshi destroyed the moon at the martial arts tournament. However, Kami-sama restored it with the Dragon Balls. It was for this reason that the tails of Goku and Caulifla were removed during training on the celestial platform. As Goku and Caulifla don't know that they can transform, Master Roshi suggests that Goku pull Gohan's tail when he grows up a little bit. He feared that Gohan would turn into Ozuru. The Master apologizes that it was better for Gohan not to have any weak points. They also go to Bulma's house to meet her son. Time goes by and Gohan grows up. Goku realizes that his son has a great fighting spirit. This makes the Saiyan very proud. The Saiyan would begin to teach her son. Caulifla knew how to read and write very well. This is because she learned from her grandfather. Gohan was almost 5 years old when Goku begins to teach martial arts to the little boy.
If Caulifla and Goku were sent to Earth, Episode 6, and in this video, we are going to start the Saiyan saga. And if you don't know this series, in it, I tell you what it was like if Caulifla were a Saiyan from Universe 7 and was sent to Earth. And if you want to know how this story started, in the description of the video, there is a link with all the episodes of the saga.
It's been 5 years since Goku faced Piccolo at the martial arts tournament. During this time, peace reigned on Earth. And throughout this period, Goku and Caulifla trained a lot. Sometimes, when the training was more intense and the Saiyans ended up injured, they recovered with the senzu beans. For this reason, their powers increased in an incredible way. Gohan had his tail torn off by Goku. This is because Master Roshi told him that it was better for Gohan not to have a tail, so he not have weak points. Master Roshi does not say that the real reason was the transformations. To make money, Goku and Caulifla do a plantation. This was the ideal job for the Saiyans. When they trained with Master Roshi, one of the lessons they had was to work in the field. Using only the hands, this training is for the arms and especially for the hands. Gohan also helped in the plantation. This is because his mother had said that this was a form of training. The land cultivated by the 3 Saiyans was huge. It was the equivalent of 50 football fields. And when Goku was not in the field working, he took the opportunity to train his son. Goku and his family had a quiet life, but that not last for long. Goku's older brother arrives on Earth. The Saiyan locates a power level that was miles away. This power level was Piccolo's. When he meets Piccolo, Raditz belittles him, saying that Piccolo is garbage. Piccolo, who in this story is more powerful, he not be so afraid of Raditz. He fight the Saiyan, but Raditz did not want to waste time with Piccolo, and Piccolo is quickly defeated. And when he was preparing the final blow, the scouter showed 600 and 700 of power level. He had located Goku and Caulifla. Raditz in this story is more powerful. The reason he has so much power, I will reveal later. Goku and Caulifla feel that an evil power was approaching. Raditz says that Goku was useless, and that his duty was to protect the Saiyan. Goku does not understand what Raditz wanted to say, so he asked if Goku had taken a blow to the head. Goku says he took a blow to the head a long time ago. After all, who are you? Come on, say it, I want to know. Then he reveals that Goku was a Saiyan, and that he was called Raditz, his older brother. Goku is very surprised to learn that he was not an Earthling. Even so, he is in doubt if this story was really real. Caulifla says that Raditz had a tail, just like they did. When listening to what Caulifla said, the Saiyan understood why Caulifla was so powerful. Raditz says that she is a Saiyan, and that she must have forgotten her mission. So Caulifla asks, what mission was that? Raditz says that the Saiyans conquered planets and then sold them. The planets with powerful beings were dominated by adult Saiyans, and the planets with weak beings like Earth were sent young low-class Saiyans to dominate the planet. Raditz says that now that they know the truth, he will help them conquer Earth. Goku says he will not conquer Earth, and that it was better for him to leave. Raditz reveals that the planet Vegeta was destroyed, and that there are only 5 Saiyans. He says he needed help to conquer a planet, because the other Saiyans were busy. Raditz tells Caulifla that she was of great help in this mission. The Saiyan said that they will be great soldiers and that they will conquer many planets. Goku says he will never join him to destroy planets. The Saiyan says he will stay on Earth living with his wife and son. Caulifla complains that he will never leave Earth to do these horrible things, and that he should leave as soon as possible. The Saiyan said that Goku and Caulifla are cowards. A real shame for the warrior race, Saiyan. Caulifla was irritated at being called a coward. In episode 1 of this story, I said that Caulifla was considered a high-class Saiyan. For this reason, Gohan was born with great potential. Gohan's power draws Raditz's attention. He says Gohan was considered a high-class warrior. I think I'll borrow your son. Goku said, do not approach. Caulifla was more aggressive. She says she will kill Raditz if he touches Gohan. He ignores Goku and Caulifla's warnings. The Saiyan is very hurt by the attack he received from his brother. He wonders how a warrior who only had 700 power level was so fast. The scouter showed that Goku had 10,000 power level. He says it was impossible for Goku to have so much power. He thought the scouter was defective. Caulifla says she already realized that Raditz was a guy without skills and that Goku was superior to him in fighting techniques and power. She ends by saying that it was a waste of time for Goku to fight a failure, but that she and Goku fight anyone to protect their son's life. The Saiyan was irritated, and soon after, he tried to eliminate Caulifla. The Saiyan was surprised to see the true power of Caulifla. The scouter showed that she had 9,500 power level. He realized that beating Goku and Caulifla was a very difficult task. Raditz only had one option. He created an artificial moon to transform into Ozaru. When the Saiyan arrived on Earth, he had 6,500 power level. But as he was hurt and still used a little of his energy to create the artificial moon, his power dropped to 6,000. However, when he realized that he could not defeat Caulifla, his powers increased tenfold. That way, he could overcome Goku and Caulifla's powers. Raditz says it was a mistake for them not to have their tails anymore. Goku and Caulifla were surprised to see that gigantic monster. Goku and his wife did not know that the Saiyans could transform. Goku's brother says that the Saiyans transform when they look at the full moon, and that is how they release all their power. He says that some warriors can create an artificial moon. With this attack, Goku and Caulifla were injured. Caulifla is very hurt. At the time of the attack, she used her body to protect Gohan. Goku tells Caulifla to catch Gohan and run away. The Saiyan says that if she dies for the second time, she will not be able to resurrect with the Dragon Balls. She did not want to run away, however, she had to protect her son. He tells Caulifla that he will use the Tien Xianhan technique. Caulifla and Gohan manage to escape. Goku takes advantage and launches a Kamehameha against the monster with the maximum of his power. Kami-sama followed everything that happened at that moment. He was thinking, if Goku could not defeat Raditz, this was the end of the Earth.
This is the 7th. And if you were interested in knowing how this story began, in the description of the video, there is a link with all the episodes of the saga. Goku's attack was not enough to defeat Raditz. Seeing that his brother was still blind, he would try to cut Saiyan's tail. Saiyan realizes that Goku would cut his tail, and Goku ends up being hit by his brother. Saiyan says that after he kills Goku, he He will go after Gohan and Caulifla to eliminate them, and soon after he will conquer the Earth and then sell it. He also says that he will not be caught by that technique that made him blind. Goku would use the Zanzoken to confuse Saiyan. Saiyan says that no matter how many techniques Goku uses, he will never be able to cut his tail. Goku is worried because Raditz was very fast, and cutting his tail was not being easy. Gohan and Caulifla were already far from the battlefield. Caulifla feels that Goku's powers were decreasing. She calls the flying cloud and tells Gohan to shelter in Master Roshi's house. Gohan, very nervous, says to his mother, "I also want to fight." Caulifla said that he does not have enough power to fight Saiyan. Very sad, Gohan leaves for Master Roshi's house. Caulifla, very worried, uses all her speed to get to the battlefield. She tries to approach Saiyan without him noticing her presence. Caulifla planned to cut Saiyan's tail. However, he realizes that there was someone approaching. When she arrives, she finds Goku, very weakened. And when she's going to cut Saiyan's tail, she takes an extremely strong blow. Ha 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 ha! Without this, do not make me laugh! Do you think you're going to defeat me that way? You two are too naive. He was very fast, and even together they can't cut Saiyan's tail. If it continues like this, he will win this fight. Seeing that Goku and Caulifla were being defeated, Saiyan makes a revelation. The other Saiyans are more powerful than me. Their power level is higher than yours. Very confident, Raditz lowers his guard, and Piccolo manages to cut Saiyan's tail. Damn it, this is not possible. Goku and Caulifla are surprised to see that Piccolo helped. Piccolo says he came to take revenge. He says that Saiyan almost killed him. Piccolo ends by saying that he will not let anyone else defeat Goku and conquer the Earth. When Saiyan returned to normal, his power decreased. Raditz says he should have finished Piccolo when he had the chance. Even knowing that Raditz was stronger than him, Piccolo does not feel intimidated. Piccolo says he will face Saiyan. Even weakened, Raditz still had enough power to defeat Piccolo. Despite this, Piccolo would still give a lot of work to Saiyan. However, it was only a matter of time before Piccolo was defeated. Goku, fearing that Piccolo was eliminated and the Dragon Balls disappeared, he interrupts the fight and says he will finish Raditz. He knew that Goku was weaker due to the blows he received. However, without his scouter, he did not know what Goku's power level was at that moment. Goku would start by giving a sequence of blows to Saiyan. Using all his strength, he would launch several bursts of energy. However, Goku deflects all Saiyan's attacks. No, it can't be. Goku deflects all attacks. And soon after, he applies 2 blows with all his strength. It is at this moment that he feels true terror. And finally, Raditz regretted not having left Earth. With Goku's attacks, Saiyan is on the brink of death, and terrified, he begs for forgiveness. I say sincerely, I'm leaving this planet quietly. Please believe in me, brother. Goku, very kind, tells his brother to go away and never come back. On hearing this, Caulifla gets very angry. She says that Saiyan has to be eliminated. Caulifla would scream saying, "I won't let you run away! Prepare yourself, damn it! Your time has come!" She prepares a Kamehameha to eliminate Saiyan. Raditz, desperate, asks Goku not to let Caulifla eliminate him. Caulifla tells Goku to get out of the way. Goku says that despite Raditz being bad and doing bad things, they are brothers, and that she didn't need to eliminate him. Caulifla, even not liking this idea, she doesn't attack Goku's brother. Meanwhile, Raditz uses a remote control to bring his ship to the site. Totally humiliated, he goes to his spacecraft, and finally, he leaves. Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you want to see the next episode of this saga, subscribe to the channel and leave your powerful like. So, see you next time.
Guys, YouTube is not sending our videos to all subscribers. We need you to like this video and comment on our videos so that YouTube sends our next videos to you. That said, let's go to the video. If you are interested in knowing how this story began, in the description of the video there is a link with all the episodes of the saga. After Saiyan leaves, minutes later, Master Roshi, Gohan, and Krillin arrive at the place. Master Roshi says he came as soon as possible, as soon as he learned that his dear granddaughter was in danger. For a long time, Caulifla thought she was Master Roshi's granddaughter. He said that his parents had died, and that he was his grandfather, and that's why he took care of her. However, with the arrival of Raditz to Earth, Goku and Caulifla found out that they are Saiyans. Caulifla asks if he knew she was a Saiyan. Then Master Roshi tells how their first meeting was. "My name is Caulifla, old man. This is the name of the warrior who will kill you." Master Roshi says he didn't know she was from another planet, and that at the time he asked his sister, Grandma Urani, for help. She used her crystal ball to see if she could find the family of the girl. However, she did not find anyone, so they came to the conclusion that they had died. He says it was for this reason that he decided to take care of her, as if she were his granddaughter. Master Roshi apologizes for hiding all this from her. Caulifla, moved, says he didn't need to apologize. That's because she was very grateful for all the things he did for her. The Saiyan still says that thanks to Master Roshi, she met Goku. In the original story, Master Roshi knew that Goku had been adopted by Son Gohan. However, in this story, Master Roshi never found out. That's because he spent a long time without seeing Son Gohan. Goku goes to the Korean Tower. Meanwhile, Caulifla was waiting for Goku. Gohan saw that his parents almost died, and he couldn't do anything to help them. He says that his greatest desire was to increase his powers to protect the people he loved. Caulifla reassures Gohan, saying that he is just a child, and that even she and Goku had a lot of trouble defeating the enemy. She ends by saying that he has great potential, and that this desire to become stronger will come true. With the seeds of the gods, the Saiyans and Piccolo recovered. Caulifla says she's going to the Capsule Corporation to talk to Bulma. Caulifla tells Bulma everything that happened. She is surprised to learn that Goku and Caulifla are not from Earth. The Saiyan tells Bulma that they came to buy a new house. However, Bulma was moved by the situation of Goku and Caulifla. She says she will give them a house. Kami is worried. He feared that Raditz would come back with his friends, seeking revenge for the humiliation he suffered. He soon comes into contact with King Kai. "King Kai, can you hear me? It's me, Kami of Earth. What do you want?" "Of course I'm listening, Kami." He tells everything that happened on Earth in relation to Goku and his brother.
Kami asks to be informed if the Saiyans decided to attack Earth. King Kai said he didn't need to worry. That's because he'll let him know in advance. It's been 18 days since Raditz came to Earth. The Saiyan is already fully recovered. However, his pride was still hurt. For him, it was a real humiliation to be defeated that way. He goes to meet his companions. After a long, 5-month trip, he arrives on the planet where Vegeta and Nappa were. The Saiyan says that Earth was a beautiful planet, and that they could even sell it for a good price. But there was a problem. Kakarot and Caulifla betrayed their race, and they were protecting the planet. Nappa says that Kakarot and Caulifla are a shame for the warrior race, and Saiyans with such behavior should be eliminated. Vegeta says he heard a part of the conversation they had. Very well, let's finish with Kakarot and Caulifla, and then we will conquer Earth. At Kami's request, King Kai monitored the Saiyans, and thanks to that he discovers that the Saiyans came to Earth. King Kai soon informs Kami that the Saiyans would arrive on Earth in approximately 5 months and 18 days. Kami asks if he could train Goku and Caulifla. King Kai would reply by saying yes. Goku was at home, eating several delicious dishes with his wife and son, when suddenly he hears Kami's voice. Goku finds out that Raditz and his colleagues were coming to Earth, and that they would arrive in 5 months and 18 days. Goku is a little worried. This is because his brother said that the other Saiyans were much stronger than him and his companion Caulifla. However, Kami says that Goku did not need to be so worried. This is because a very important god was helping him in this situation, and that Goku and Caulifla will be able to train with him. Caulifla says she will not train with King Kai, so Goku, very surprised, asks why. She answers by saying that Gohan really wanted to increase his powers, and that is why she will train him while he's away. The Saiyan says she will use other methods to increase her fighting powers. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.